Hey everyone, so I'm gonna be doing a taste test. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be doing a taste test of a new tea I made. I never done it like this. I usually just do either Earl Grey with Crystal Light lemonade or the regular black tea. But I'm trying this. I want to do green tea this weekend, or not weekend. This next few days, however long it lasts. I didn't make a full picture of it, so it shouldn't last that long. So I just did 7 of these tea bags and a packet of Crystal Light type drink mix. Okay, I'm almost out of that. And after I do my taste test, I want to kind of talk a little dahmer a little bit. I didn't get to episode 7, or I didn't finish watching it. I just kind of got to the beginning. I kind of skimmed, I'm going to be honest, I skimmed a little bit through 6 because I just don't want to watch it. The actor just really touched me, like the way he was acting, and like I said before, and just his just the demeanor, the way he came off, and I've seen pictures of the real guy, and he's like spot on, and just the way he was, and it was just like, and then the fact that he went to the memorial and put a donation in, and they're looking for him, and and Dahmer went to the freaking memorial, like, you know, it just was like, I can't. But I was talking to one of the Lyft drivers yesterday, and she said that, you know, after, she said like episode 7 or 8, it's another good one. So I'm trying to kind of get through. I'm on 7 now. I really did watch most of 6, but I kind of bypassed, like, after cause you know how they woke up together, and then Dahmer was like, sorry guys, I'm just gonna wait for this to cool a little bit, because I just made it, and it was like kind of warm, and that's why I put a lot of ice in this cup, so that it'll kind of get it icy and nice for my little taste test. Okay, anyway, so they woke up together. Dahmer was like, the guy got up, jumped out of bed, because he's like, oh my god, I gotta go to work. You know how he signs, right? Well, before that, the night before, they were playing a game. Some weird creeper game Dahmer made up from when he was a kid. And, prior to that, Lionel, who's Dahmer got arrested at his job at the chocolate factory because he molested a little boy, like a 12-year-old boy, I think, who happened to be the brother of his future victim. I think his name's Cronach, or the Laotian boy that he killed. That he got away, and then police took him back, believing Dahmer's story. And that's, I think, the theme I like that they're showing that in this series, how everybody was basically ignored. Even Tony's mom went. And the cop was like, well, is he a drug addict or is he this? He just assumed the worst when it was these victims. And they were taking basically the word of like Dahmer, or they were just like, they didn't want to really investigate, I think, because also the gay thing and the black thing. But you know what else kind of annoyed me when I was thinking about it more? The grandma, okay, you know how they went to Jeffrey's grandma's house, right? Because the one guy that Dahmer picked up when he couldn't start his car, got drugged. So he went and woke up in the hospital. You were drugged. And so, he went to the, police, and the police was acting like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, he kind of acted like this isn't believable type of deal, which, okay, I get it. You know, they never know. People do overdose and all that, but I don't think someone who knew they overdosed themselves is going to go to the police station. You know, especially if you're an adult already. Maybe you want to, like, those people who want to lie to their parents and act like, oh, I was out all night because someone drugged me, and they got to play the role. But, you know, come on, you know, the police and everyone dropped the ball in this, you know. the real life thing. You know, that's what I'm glad that the director and the people are really showing that. You know, because they were really just, you know, it was foul how they handled a lot of it, and they just, I didn't like the fact that when they went to Dahmer's grandma's house. Yeah, you're not gonna rat out your grandson. I get that. And she really didn't know what transpired before she got down the stairs when he was trying to wake up or do whatever to the victim. But the grandma did know that she had seen guys staggering from her house before. She knew that he was bringing different guys in there. She knew there was a funky odor. Okay, yeah, you're not going to correlate the funky odor yet, because you're just going to believe his story that it's a dead raccoon or whatever he was telling her. But Grandma did know, and that's why I think, because she was like, she said, well, that is true. He didn't take his thing or whatever. I don't know. But she kind of knew there was priors behavior that was weird with him. With the guys coming in, staggering out. A few of them did get away, staggering away. And it's just, I don't know. I guess if you look at the big picture of it, they were just going to put him in the jail, just like the dad was crying because they put him in the jail, but they didn't give him counseling or nothing like that. And yeah, part of me also believes that he, as an adult, had to kind of take it upon himself to be like, I need help. You know, I have these thoughts. And I think his dad did say in an interview that he would go, but he didn't go all the time to therapy, like on his own. Like a few times. Maybe the dad was like, you need to go to someone. Maybe they use that as a, you can't leave at grandma's house unless you go, you know. And that kind of thing isn't good if it's forced on you, you know. It's just like people trying to force people with weight loss and things like that. It's like things like that aren't going to work unless the person wants to do it. So if you don't feel like you have, you may know you have a problem, because you would see in some scenes he was like, ah, like a monster. But, what? Oh. Okay, that's my mom texting. Okay, so he was like, he knew, but from what it seemed like in his interviews and stuff from prison and all that, it seemed like he just, his urges won, you know? His desires went. And I was telling someone in the group about the show that it was different here because he had typical sexual urges. Like he, you know, I guess, you know the word, when you want to be intimate. Okay? So he wanted to be intimate, and that's a normal human need, like physical intimacy. So, but he also had his, like, turn on for it was, like, a homicidal thing. Like, what is it, necrophilia or something? Like, he didn't want them present. Like, literally. Like, he wanted their shell there, but he didn't want the person there. So, it's like, that's what because people in our group were arguing that, oh, he had to have killed more times. Because you know how a lot of serial killers, they don't, the ones that say they're innocent are gonna, of course, not admit anything. Or not admit how many real victims they have. But Dahmer said he did do 17 people. But you never know. In my opinion, and me and this other lady were saying, we don't know, because think about it. He said he would kill these guys, not always intentionally. He just did it, and he would wake up from his blackout, and then the person was dead. And who knows what was true or not? That's like a psychology thing. But if he really thought that, or if he, because maybe he thought if he drugged them, because they said with one of the victims, he consciously said, I wasn't attracted to him after I did it, but I had drugged him already, and once he came to, he was going to know it. Because notice how the victim at the grandma's house was kind of halfway conscious and knew, oh, you put something in that. Because that was not just coffee, you know? And he said he killed one of them because it was like, if he had it, the the guy would have went and told, because he already had got in trouble at bathhouses and all that because he was getting rep for drugging people, and he was already getting known around the community. That's why part of me was mad too about the cops, because like he was already getting a reputation. Now, if those people who knew what the drugging thing was going on, or he had that rep, didn't go to police, maybe, who knows? But the point is, he was kind of becoming known as that guy, you know, stay away. And remember the one guy chased the guy down and said, don't get in that taxi with him. But, you know, because he was like, that dude is crazy. He tried to drug me at his house. So, I like what they're doing with it as far as trying to show the incompetence going on. And, like, maybe not incompetence like they didn't know what to do. They just weren't, you know... Maybe I shouldn't use incompetence. I should use pervasiveness. Because it's like, pervasive is like, I think it means like, you know, something's going on, but it's like, or it could be weird, awkward going on. Oh, that's my friend from work. I hope we get one. Oh, yeah. Okay, I haven't talked to that phone in a long time. I was like, dude, are you still working at? Okay, so, okay, so yeah, so in episode 6, it just got to me because they woke up in bed or whatever, and it was a very, like, it's like, I was thinking for a minute, maybe he did notice that, oh, I want, you know, because he had spent some time, extra time, more time than he spent with the other victims, than with him, with Tony. So I was thinking, well, maybe he's feeling something, but then to me it wouldn't have mattered because he had already killed all these other people before. So it's like, it wasn't like it was going to be just this love story because he was a murderer, you know? But it's like, when they did that, and then he was like, why are you leaving? Are you going to come back? He's like, I'll be back in a week, you know, or something like that. Because they had been in bed together. I don't know if I guess messed around. I don't know. But let's just say they didn't. They weren't in a relationship yet. So it was just like, okay, we're not day-to-day kind of thing yet. And this is like pre-cell phone era. So this is like, when I see you, I'll see you. And so, Tony leaves, or he says, okay, I'll be back. He's all, hell, I know you'll be back. And you don't know if he's saying it in the way of, like, I'm always getting left, like, from what the mom did and just everything else. Or if he's saying it from the thing of, that's why I gotta kill these people, because they're gonna stay. But I still don't understand why, if you don't have, if they always said, some people say he never wanted a relationship or he never wanted to be with anyone. But he wanted, you know, to me, it's becoming more apparent that he wanted just somebody that had no mind of their own. Like, you're with me. I don't know if it was like, you're with me. I gotta be the only one you want. The only one you're ever gonna be with. You can't be with anyone else. But I don't know if that was totally it either. I think it was just, he had, and that's the part that's confusing, I think, to people, because if you're not, like, if you haven't studied, like, maybe psychology or the mind, like, you don't know why, and who knows what, based on what he said to the psychologist, like, what it was, you know? Like, he has something with abandonment, I think, but then there's a lot of people who do, but they don't kill people, you know? So it's like, there's something more, and then I was just like, yeah, he didn't want, so I just felt like this guy's showing you kind of another side to him. He's saying, let's not rush into everything. Because he didn't even let Dahmer kiss him on the mouth. He was like, he turned his face like, and you know how when you really like somebody, and I don't know if Tony liked them or what was going on, but I think he was just, let's take it slow. Like, you have to earn, remember he said, earn me, you know? And then he said, you gotta trust me, this and that, when he said he'll be back. Well, you know how when you like someone, you don't rush into it, because you're like, well, you may want to, like, you may physically be like, oh, I'm ready to, like, you know, make love with them or whatever, but you don't, because you're like, I don't want him to think I'm just one of those types, you know? or I don't want him not to be interested after, or, you know, so I don't think they were intimate, but then the fact that he stayed and he just, I don't know what was different in Dahmer's mind that night, because the other ones wanted to get down, you know, right away and stuff, and Dahmer didn't want to until they were, like, faded out, like, tore up. So the difference, I think, was the fact that this one wasn't like that, but then at the same time, he was gonna have those urges again, where it's like, I want to, like, you know, have it how I want it, type deal. But I've watched things on other serial killers that carried relationships with people and still were doing their little dirty murdering and stuff, you know. There was, like, this guy in there was a few, you're just watching Forensic Files and stuff, you know, they have been accused of things, and they have been, like, totally the person, but they maybe had a good lawyer, or they were able to put reasonable doubt, or they got off, but then they eventually ended up doing, like, a real heinous one, and they're on death row, and so it's like, some of them did have relationships with people, but they still had that urge to, like, rape, and like, I was watching Lockup one time years ago, and this guy was in prison in California somewhere, and he was like, he was married and had kids and everything, but he was a rapist, and he still raped, and he was just saying how, you know, so it's like, I kind of was wondering if he could try to start a relationship with someone like Tony, because they did go out on that one day at the donut shop or whatever, and then they went, you know, and then they were kind of hanging out, but it would seem like it was a little more than the other guys that he had done it to. So some people were in the comments like, I don't know why he killed him, because it seemed like he was really trying to, like, you know, show him that there's someone who you got to put your trust in people, that they will come back, kind of thing. And it was just, that's why I kind of really watch it, because it just, like, I just was like, I don't know, I just felt like it tugged down my heartstrings, and, like, I get really, like, I just could feel it already coming in. I was like, oh, I gotta fast forward, like, after the part where he came back because he left something in the apartment. I remember the part where he was like, you gotta trust me, and then he was leaving and stuff. And then Dahmer got a bloody hammer from the, bloody hammer from the drawer. Like, he just, you guys, I don't know. But then I kind of understand why his dad was like, I don't know why they just keep releasing him. He's doing these things. He had done that thing to the boy, you know, and he begged the judge, like, can you please put him in some kind of treatment? And I think the dad wanted him to be found criminally insane so that he would, I think, go to a mental hospital, a mental facility. It's kind of like prison, but you're found criminally insane type thing. So you're not put in, like, a general prison. But obviously the victim families didn't want that. They wanted him in an actual, you know, correctional thing. And he was found not insane. So he had to be stand on trial as just he murdered people, just in general. Just like a regular, like, you had no reason. You were not in another mindset when you did it. You did it. You knew what you're doing. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just saying, now I didn't want to watch that episode, so I skipped to the next one. I watched some of that one, the one where he got kicked out of the apartment because the landlord said it stinks. I'm sick of all the complaints, and so the landlord evicted him. And said you have 30 days. And Jeffrey's trying to kind of beg him and stuff, and he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Nah, you gotta go." And he's like, "Well, I have a cleaning crew in there right now. Like, I paid $50 for a cleaning crew." And he's like, "Jeffrey, I'm sorry." Like, I think he just wanted him out. You know, it was like, you're weird, people are, like, saying stuff already, and you have a smell in your apartment, and it's messed. He's like, I gotta think about my other tenants and stuff, too. Like, so, he had got fired from the chocolate factory because of not going to work and stuff, and so, that's why I think that he got turned out after that. You know, he's like, So I'm gonna see what happens. I kind of fast forwarded a little bit through that episode, the 7, just because it was like, I don't know. I just was bored with it, kind of. But I'm now on 7, or I think it's 7, or 8. The one with the dad, about the dad. So we're gonna see what happens. I will be back, you guys. I'm almost done with the series, I think. Everyone's told me they're finished. They're like the Lyft driver was like, I just finished it. I'm just like, okay, so I'm definitely gonna finish it, but I just needed to kind of detox last night, because I was like, I don't know. So anyway, you guys, I was about to, I didn't do my taste test. I just remembered. Okay, I wanted to taste the, this Crystal Light lemonade mixed with jasmine green tea. I want to see if it's probably gonna be good, but I don't want to, jinx it. I don't know. I don't really taste like the jasmine that much. Let me try a little more, because I might gotta water it down. Let's see. Oh, I taste it. It's okay. I think it needs a little more. I need to put a little small packet of the lemonade, another Crystal Light lemonade in there. Like the small ones, just for my individual servings. Because that's what I've been doing. Because sometimes those pitcher packets, they like get, it depends like how strong a brew it is. And like with those black teas, I've been using 4 tea bags, so it kind of, you taste the lemonade, but it's supposed to settle. And so I'll put like an extra, and it's good. I don't want to put 2 pitcher packets though, because it'll be too lemonade-y, and it won't taste right. It's good. I like it. It needs to get a little colder though. I think because it's slightly warm. I'm not getting like the full experience of it, because it's like kind of melting the ice cubes. So I'm like, let me wait till it gets cold. But anyway, I like it. It's pretty good. And I'm gonna get some antioxidants with this, and I just think I want to finish up, because I have some green teas, and so I'm gonna try to finish those up. And then I have my mango black tea from Trader Joe's. I have my peach green tea from Coffee Bean. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to just drink more of these teas and less soda. I'm gonna try, at least when I'm at home. Like I can't make no promises when I'm out, and about or whatever, but it just depends. But anyway, okay, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.